Okay, so jumping over to our slides on today's marketing examples. The first one is from an ad on Twitter that the LA Times took out. And the problem I have here is on the copy. It talks about 133 years of journalistic excellence. Well, I'm not sure a heritage reference is a great pitch right now. Everyone knows newspapers are going out of business or they're losing out to the online digital world. So rather than referencing that we should support something 133 years old, I think they should talk about reader benefits and position themselves as more forward looking and saying something like LA Times digital, apps and in mobile and print or online and in print. Read it your way, something like that. Show that it's modern, show why the reader cares instead of focusing on ancient history and themselves. They're not focusing on the reader. So next was a really cute example. It's for a local restaurant, and it said new and newish restaurants everyone's buzzing about. I think this is from Facebook. And when you clicked over to it at the time, there was only one article, one restaurant being buzzed about, and it was the restaurant cited here. So the lesson here is that you can just make your own news. If you want to say that people are buzzing about this restaurant and you issue a press release and get a third-party publication to pick it up, hey, great, that's your right. And if you want to flesh it out or couch it to make it a little bit more authentic, put in a couple other restaurants that either aren't in your neighborhood or are not who you're competing with. So if you're a seafood restaurant and you want to talk about the ice cream stand next door or the taco place across town, and sell that to a local publication, a citywide publication, or a website, that's great. That's another way to get your name out there uh, and give someone some content that you just hand it to them and they're much more likely to publish it and it looks well rounded and a little bit more authentic because you've mentioned others. Now, this last one is really fascinating. It looks like it's embedded into the countertop at a Starbucks, and it's not anything right now. It looks like a drink coaster, but apparently it's going to be a wireless charging station. Now, why even go to the trouble of creating these things and putting them out if the customer can't even use them yet? And the idea here is to sort of warm the market for a new product. We're not used to putting our device down on something that will charge it without the device being plugged into the wall socket. So at Starbucks, everyone's wants a seat by the outlet. But by putting this out there now, it's sort of preparing our minds that look, there's going to be soon a technology where you can just put your phone or your laptop or your tablet onto a pad and it will charge the battery through there. Maybe people have seen it in a news report or they've seen a piece about it online, but it's still a little far off for most of us, although these things do exist. But getting it ready to be a familiar thing in the marketplace where people will see them, in this case Starbucks, is a pretty wise idea. So that's today's marketing roundup, and I'm Pete Semple with Right Hand Planning in Los Angeles. Feel free to give me a call. I work with small business owners in a variety type of industries. Look forward to talking with you. Thanks.